This is Hannibal here from the Hannibal TV on YouTube with a Three Eye Atlas review today. My UFO Report podcast partner, Casey, has done an interview with clinical and forensic psychologist Dr. G, and he made me aware of him. And Dr. G recently did a review of Avi Loeb's body language. He's a body language expert, to see how sincere he is when he's doing his reports on the Three Eye Atlas. Which, before I get into my review of the body language experts review, which, by the way, the link to it is right there. Thank you for sharing it. And he is reviewing a News Nation clip. But I'll just give you guys a quick update on Three Eye Atlas. As I mentioned yesterday, it broke into at least 7 pieces. We don't know what's going on with it until we get some new images. Hopefully, they'll just disintegrate and it will be nothing, and it's nothing spooky or scary, I hope. But we'll see. We don't know if it dropped off scout craft behind the sun. There is a big Belgium UFO wave going on right now, which I don't know what's better, if it's Russian drones that keep going over nuclear sites and military bases and airports in Belgium, or if it's UAPs. I don't think either answer is good, but they haven't been able to shoot them down yet. Could these be scout craft that have been dropped off? I don't know, but let's get into the body language expert review. By the way, there's a lot of fake Avi Loeb AI things of Avi Loeb, and I have confirmation from him. He's trying to get them removed right now. David, we're going to see what it is, but let's get into the review. I'll do it piece by piece. Make sure I have the right one here. Okay, here we go.
There seems to be some actual concern there as well.
Whatever it is, I will let you know
Okay.
if it's the rock or something more exciting. Either way, we learn something new.
Something more exciting may be the most dramatic understatement of the night. Avi Loeb, thank you so much.
So he brings it back to the smile, but for a brief moment there, you could see that as he talked about this, when he talked about as it following closest to the Earth, or when it's going to be coming closest to the Earth, there seemed to be some legitimate concern in his face. Watch this again.
Or something more exciting. Either way, we learn something new.
Something more exciting may be the most dramatic understatement of the night. Avi.
So even if only briefly, it seemed there was some real concern underlying that. All right, let's jump to another clip of.
So I am going to just jump to several of them, but what concerns me is he's detecting real concern from Dr. Loeb. He doesn't think Dr. Loeb's working us. I don't even see Dr. Loeb plugging his book in any of these appearances that he does lately. I think he generally is trying to get people aware of this thing. So if it is something that needs to be dealt with, that we can deal with it as best as we can. But let's go to another section of it here.
Doing this for fun. I don't think he's doing this because it's getting him interviews and things like that. I think he absolutely believes exactly what he's saying and all of the various possibilities that this Three Eye Atlas could be.
Is in industrial production of nickel alloys. And most recently, as you pointed out, it actually showed some non-gravitational acceleration. There was some propulsion that moved it away from its original trajectory.
Now, you'll notice he blinked a little bit when he said propulsion. And to me, that suggests, once again, the idea that this has propulsion is stressful to him. He takes that seriously enough that he feels it even saying the word propulsion. Watch this right here.
Pointed out, it actually showed some non-gravitational acceleration. There was some propulsion that moved it away from its original trajectory.
See, after saying propulsion, he blinked, saying that it moved it away. So it does sound like he's describing something that he likely believes is not, in fact, entirely natural in origin.
And again, just to jump in there, it stresses him to say that. So That's the thing. If it isn't natural, there's going to be like a 50-50 chance that it's good or bad. So we will see how that turns out. I'll jump to another section of it that I thought was good right now.
Might show up at your front door, and we can't afford to just adopt the most.
See that? We can't afford. He means that. He does not believe that we can afford this. Once again, if he was saying this just for attention or just because he thought it would be fun and interesting to talk about, I don't think that we would be seeing the right kind of reaction that shows that he wants to be seen. He wants people to listen to what he is saying. Very much seeing that continue to have no signs of deception.
Yes, I do believe he is very genuine. Let's go to another section.
So it must be that when he's analyzing this, when he's looking at this, going, the tail of this is not facing the right way, that is concerning to him.
Fairy tales are made of dust and gas, and those particles are getting pushed away from the sun by the solar radiation, the solar wind. In its case, we saw that there is a jet pointed towards the sun, exactly the opposite. It's called an anti-tail, never observed before except some optical illusions where we thought that something is headed towards the sun, but not really. It was always for a good reason headed away from the sun. So that's another anomaly that it shows. And
so I'll just
that everything's awful, but it does seem to be when he thinks about or talks about aspects of this that may not be natural in origin, that actually causes him stress. Now, he's not saying definitively 100% this is alien technology and so on and so forth. He's saying that those are always possibilities, and there's evidence to suggest that there's some unusual aspects to this interstellar object, and those do seem to stress him out, which is very interesting.
So there's a Florida representative as well as a megastar named Kim Kardashian who are demanding, I think you are as well, that.
So let's just go to the last part of this, and I'm going to show you guys something else from a different interview.
Seems to bother him. He really wants to see these images. It seems that that would be a great point of data for him. So it's interesting to see how seriously he's taking this as he's talking about.
That's him talking about NASA withholding.
Well, they have this best image of 3A Atlas from October 2nd to 3rd, and we would love to see it. And they said due to some bureaucratic rules, they are not able to release it. I don't think science should be sabotaged by politics, the politics of the day.
All right, we'll go ahead and wrap things up here. Hopefully this is helping you better understand some of the behavior body language that we saw. Now, one of the things that really stood out to me is how passionate he is about this. He's someone that really, truly wants you to listen. When we feel strongly, we show it in our body language. And when we're being deceptive, we try to hide some of that body language because we don't want people to catch us being deceptive. Professor Loeb did not show any signs of deception. He didn't show any signs of exaggeration. There was nothing that he said that seemed that he was exaggerating for effect or for fun. I think that many of the points he made, he believes, are very genuine possibilities. Now, he's basically said, we don't know for sure what this is, but we need to be open to these possibilities. And I absolutely believe, based on his body language, that he also believes that what he is stating is, in fact, very much a real possibility.
So there you go. I'm going to show you guys another one now. This is another clip from today, just released. It is an interview with James Lukatsky from Weaponized. It's just a clip where Jeremy Corbell, who this was a good interview, by the way. I actually watched it twice. But I wanted to just bring this up because Jeremy, who did a good job in this interview, and James Lukatsky is a veteran Defense Intelligence Agency investigator and has worked with UAP. He's just come out with a book. Very interesting stuff in this interview. But again, he asked him about 3I Atlas, and he admits in this interview that he's only read a couple articles about it. So I don't think he's as much of an expert as Dr. Loeb. But Dr. Loeb is being neutral anyways. He's saying there's only a 40% chance this is technological. But let's just go to the part where Jeremy asked Lukatsky about Professor Loeb.
And as a propulsion expert? You're going to try. Go ahead. I'm going to try. Okay. No, this is simple. You can answer this. This is I'm just curious what you think of the 3-eye atlas debate that's going around, and everybody, well, not everybody, one particular Harvard scientist named Avi Loeb is talking about how, and I like his open-mindedness. I do, that it might have unnatural characteristics, more tending towards, intentional propulsion from an extraterrestrial, visitation. When you look at the 3-eye atlas narrative that's being put out into the media, and as a rocket scientist and propulsion expert,
by the way, Avi is saying 40% chance.
Do you think that is a natural comet, or that maybe irregular by orientation to the sun or by materials, or do you think that is possibly some mothership coming to Earth? Just curious.
My opinion is people are going to criticize me either way, but I think it's doubtful. It's almost like something we would do, Star Trek-y like, pre-Star Trek, pre-Enterprise. It's just like.
So again, you guys can watch their full thing, but there's another part of this I want to show you. Again, Lekatsky says he's only done a few articles, but there was something about this that I think was worth getting on here. Why he says we should not be concerned about visitors, which he did a book about extraterrestrial visitation, but this is why he doesn't think we should be concerned.
You obviously have a career, you have a pension, you're okay. We know you're not doing this for the money. What I want to know is, what did you mean by that statement? That if full human capabilities were known to us right now, the phenomenon is not something that we need to fear. What does that mean?
Exactly what it says. You're going to have to go.
So there you go. If full human capabilities were known, and again, he's worked on whatever this connection is with UAP and ETs. He says in this, if full capabilities of humans were known, we wouldn't have to worry. Does that mean we do have the technology to fight something or stop it if it was bad? I don't know. But very interesting to keep following. I sincerely hope that Dr. Loeb's, again, he's only saying a 40% possibility, but I hope that one is wrong and it's not aliens, because even though Lekatsky's saying that our full capabilities could possibly, that's what I get out of it, we could defend against something like that. It's still stressful to me too, to think that there could be an object the size of Manhattan coming this way, or that could have released scout craft. Again, there's a drone wave going on right now in Belgium and other parts of Europe, and so far none of them have been taken down. So there's weird stuff going on in this world. I'll keep following it. Please like and subscribe. Have a great night. God bless.